Remember you're running your mouth, because when I bring people up here and I start cracking your glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, none of you will like it. Watch your mouth, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I know, listen, all that public eye bullshit, I ain't into all that. Remember you're running your mouth, because when I bring people up here and I start cracking your glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking, people start chasing you out of this uni, none of you will like it. Watch your mouth, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. I know, listen, all that public eye bullshit, I ain't into all that.
What's good, family? Shout out to the Bossy Splash Room for boosting up your Man the YB Patreon. Any other generals out there who want to get exclusive leaked content from the YB, you know what to do. Yeah, no doubt about it. Link in the description. So we just saw there your man's Anthony Johnston melting down the clones programming. Yeah, the MTK Ultra clone programming is bugging right now once again. Let's not forget, people, we've already been seen. Listen, we've been seen Johnston's clone programming come unraveled. Yeah, it's been a slippery slope. It was only the other month we heard him talking about, oh man, you know, my name, I'm like Rayful Edmonds. I'm from the streets and I'll be moving weight. Yeah, I'll be moving them kilos, and you know, I want to be like. I didn't grow up watching boxing. I don't come from boxing. I come from the New York streets, and you know, Rayful Edmonds and Pablo Escobar. I don't come from boxing. I come from Colombia with Pablo Escobar, and I come from Mexico with El Chapo. That's what he was saying, 100%. Apparently now he also identifies with being Irish. Ever since the Kinahan stuff kicked off, apparently now, in another interview with Coogan, he came out saying he don't watch boxing, he watch Kinahan. That's what he says, I'm just telling you. Anyway, let's crack on with today's video, because this was a classic, a proper classic. I feel bad for Johnston. He going through it right now. Yeah, even the prep school, university goobers don't have no respect for Johnston. And I gotta be honest, your man the YB must take some responsibility for this. He must do. Because what do we know? You can bet your bottom dollar, Loughborough University, middle class goobers, they be locked into your man the YB channel, 100%. All the farmers watch the YB. And no doubt they heard the YB mugging off Johnson and thought, you know what? We've been watching the YB wick down Anthony Johnston for months. I think we'll have a quick go on him in person. Listen, I can't blame them. Who can blame them? Yeah, who can blame them? Now I'm hearing where this originated from. I mean, the Sun newspaper, they put some brief details in saying that, apparently Loughborough University goobers heckled Anthony Johnston out of the window, and then he pulled up. But listen, I've got the people in the video actually reached out and contacted me, and they told me what happened. Apparently, they saw Anthony, because people, for you man who don't know, and why is Anthony Johnston in Loughborough University? He trains there now. Yeah, he left Rob McCrappen in Sheffield, and now he's moved to Loughborough University. So that's why he's there. Anyway, tutus, like I was saying, how this story originates is that the people involved, yeah, the middle class Loughborough University student goobers, they, like I said, are locked into the YB. So next thing they know, all they know is they see this big, pumped up weightlifter walking down the street. Now again, you can't blame them. It's not their fault. They don't know Anthony Johnston. I mean, let's be real now. When was the last time Anthony Johnston won anything in boxing? They don't know him from boxing. They know him from the YB saying he a pumped up #1 weightlifter. Yeah, they don't know him from boxing. So all they know is they see this big 6'6" Calvin Klein / bodybuilder. Yeah, and they say, oh look, that's the guy YB talk about. Let's get out the window and, hey, what's going on, Mr. Big pumped up weightlifter? That's what they said, apparently. Yeah? And obviously, AJ's been traumatized in the past, because where does the whole bodybuilder thing come from? That comes from Tyson Fury. So this was a complete double whammy. Yeah? The university goobers shouted out the window, Johnston, you big pumped up bodybuilder. Tyson Fury gonna have a good go on you. That's what, more or less, verbatim, that's what they said. Something along the lines of that. But essentially, it was something along the lines of, Anthony Johnston, you're a heartless, pumped up, useless bodybuilder, weightlifter. Yeah? And Tyson Fury will wick you down, no doubt. Tyson Fury will do you just like your other fake hood dude. Bummily and shite. One punch and put you laid to rest. Facts. That's what he will do. Yeah? Obviously, Johnston, at which point, having been traumatised by not only Tyson Fury over the last 10 years or whatever, being called a weightlifter, he also, let's not forget people, Anthony Johnston is locked into the YB's videos. So you best believe the minute Anthony Johnston heard something about bodybuilder, that sets him off. He going straight up there. So Anthony Johnston pulls up, and that's where you see the video. Now, listen. Let's get to the meat and the bones of this then. What did Johnston say? Let's walk through the word by word here, because the language is important. He says, remember, when you're running your mouth, when I run up here and start cracking glass jaws, none of you will like it. When your jaws start breaking and people start chasing you, running you out of the uni, none of you, man, will like it. Watch your mouth. Because you don't know. Watch your mouth because you don't know who you're talking to these certain times. I ain't about all that random public eye, Calvin Klein, Lucozade bullshit. Yeah? I ain't in all to that. I'm ready to get super duper busy with it. So that's the quotes there from Anthony Johnston. Now, from the rip, let's analyse this from the rip. So the first statement about when I run up here and start cracking glass jaws. Again, listen, at first glance I thought, well, I couldn't really understand what Johnston meant by this, but then I realised, listen, Anthony Johnston, if anyone's going to talk about glass jaws, Anthony Johnston has earned the right. Yeah? He's the most, along with Amir Khan, the only other person more qualified to tell anyone about their glass jaw, it'd be Anthony Johnston. So I've seen people saying, oh, it's not right. Anthony Johnston shouldn't threaten the university goobers. Because, yeah, glass jaw. Listen, AJ's earned that right. AJ proved when he got whopped up by Mr. Blobby, he proved he got 10 out of 10 experience with glass jaw. Yeah? He the best. And no one. Listen. He the authority on glass jaws. Yeah? He know the most about it. So I don't want to hear no more about that. Anthony Johnston absolutely has earned the right. Has earned the right to talk to anyone about their glass jaw, because he got one too. Do you understand? Like I said, he the authority on it. Yeah? He wrote the book on glass jaws. Simple as that. I'm hearing a few years ago, Amir Khan, Anthony Johnston sat down and wrote the book on glass jaws. Simple as that. Yeah? So all you people out there getting uptight, oh, YB, it's awful. Anthony Johnston threatened the glass jaw universe. No, listen. Yeah? If anyone gonna do that, he's gonna be Johnston. Yeah? He got the most experience in that area. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna know a glass jaw when he sees one. He lives with it 24/7. When you've been used to day in, day out, waking up, and your whiskers are jitty. You got jitty whiskers. Yeah? You can see I'm not being funny, the cat in the video, he looks like he probably has got a glass jaw. And twos, the fact that Anthony Johnston, the man who wrote the book on glass jaws, if he's saying that, he's gonna crack it. He can sense it. These guys know. Yeah? Thieves know thieves. Glass jaw, Johnston knows glass jaw, 100%, no doubt about it. But listen, on a serious note, well, it's all serious, but on a more serious note, let's be real now. Because Johnston, you ain't cracking nothing. That's what you ain't doing. Yeah? Let's be real now about when you run up here. Remember when you're running your mouth. Where was all that talking, Johnston? Oh, when I start running up here, and I start doing this, and I start doing that, and I start... You ain't cracking shit, is what you're cracking. In fact, you'll be lucky to crack a shit. That's what you... You know what I'm saying? Johnston, you got more chance of going into the bog and cracking out a big, nice, round one than you have doing anything with anyone's jaw. Yeah? Who do you think you are? And this is... Honestly, the whole thing's mad, truth be known. This whole thing's mad. Imagine that. But this is what I said to you, man, the other day, or I've been saying for the last little while, that in today's society, it's not about substance, it's not about the truth, it's about the narrative, yeah? Because guess what, like I said, the truth, the substance of the situation AJ finds himself in, is that he's the one with the glass jaw, he's the one who ain't gonna do nothing, yeah? But yet he's out here critiquing or yammering up with university students. The people want to know, Johnston, yeah, since you're so hard, since you're just so ready to pull up, when Usyk popped you in your mouth, where was all this energy? Yeah? Because in my book, before I'm going to pull up and act hard on some university cat, you best believe. In life, in my opinion, there's kind of a rank to severity. Obviously, someone punching your mum, for example, that's going to be the top, isn't it? Someone attacking your family member is going to be the top. Someone attacking a female family member is going to be the top. The bottom might be, I don't know, someone flipping you off during a road rage incident. That might be towards the bottom, yeah? Let me tell you this now. Some Loughborough University goober shouting out the window is a lot further below than Usyk popping you in the mouth and almost knocking you out in the last round in front of 90,000 fans. So, on that basis, it begs the question, Johnston, since you found all that hood energy for some 18-year-old university kids having a laugh after watching the YB's videos, where was all that energy when Mr. Usyk had gloves on and he was bopping you in the mouth and nearly stopped you in the last round? Where was it? The people want to know. Yeah? Because we didn't see that. I didn't see why weren't you telling Usyk in the first or why weren't you telling Usyk at any time throughout the first 12 why weren't you telling Usyk at any time within the 12 rounds, listen, Mr. Glassjaw? And the worst thing is, what have I been saying? In fact, scrap Usyk, or include Usyk, but what about Ruiz as well? Yeah? When Ruiz popped your cherry in the first fight, where did all that energy go that you're talking about now? Because I even said, when AJ lost to Ruiz, I said he needs to come back in this rematch and show this big round bubbly Donny what time it is. Yeah? He needs to start popping people, blowing these Knicks' backs out, is what I said. And all the AJ goobers, and clearly AJ and his team said, no, YB, we're not going to get stuck in. We're not going to get gully. We're going to sit back in the cut and play touch butt with Ido Portal in the park, yeah? We're going to fanny around and shit our pants in front of Mr. Blobby. That's what you said, yeah? There was no cracking glass jaws. There was no I'm about this life and I'm really hard. Your ass flapped and it's been flapping ever since. That's the facts, yeah? That's what the truth is. That's what the actions show. And ever since then, all we've heard from Johnson's been woof. There's been nothing but narrative. Narrative and no substance. Narrative and no truth. That's all it's been. Yeah? There was no Rayful Edmonds. There was no John Gotti. None of that actually happened. Apart from coming out of your mouth. And now this is how you know, oh how the mighty have fallen. Yeah? Johnston went from that guy who was he was supposed to be above this, wasn't he? When AJ was on top, yeah, he almost floated above the clouds where, it doesn't touch me. When Tyson Fury or whatever would mug him off, or when people would heckle him, he'd say, listen, I've got the belts, I'm the champ. I'm sending contracts, your man don't want it, etc, etc. Now, I mean, never mind Tyson Fury, never mind Deontay Wilder, he getting his, listen, random dudes Mr. Blobby and Mr. Middleweight are making Johnston's booty pop. Do you understand? Never mind the top guys. Yeah, any man they want. And that's why, you know what, a lot of people, Hatman came out, LDBC Hatman came out and said, oh, yeah, these goober children need to be checked. Listen, yeah, you can't blame. How can we blame these university goobers for trying to have a go on Anthony Johnston when they've seen any man pull up and have a go? Do you understand? It'd be one thing. Like, for example, how many people do you think tested Mike Tyson in his prime? Not many. It was very few. Because they knew what time it was. He had set the pace. Yeah? Anthony Johnston, I don't care what no one says. I don't care what Hatman says. Bottom line is, yeah, university kids have seen Anthony Johnston running away from Mr. Blobby, get punched in the mouth in the first round and shit his pants against Usyk. So how can we blame them for thinking they can have a go? Yeah? Of course they can. It's open. Listen, I'm sorry, Anthony Johnston, if you haven't realised already, it's open season on you. Do you understand? Yeah? It's open season. Simple as that. Unfortunately, your performances have showed. Your performances has boosted everyone up. They think, listen, the world thinks you're sweet, Johnston. That's why you've got university goobers having a go on you. Because why not? What are you going to do? And unfortunately, it's quite funny because, again, all the weird wannabe hood dudes, like Hatman or whatever, they've all come out and said, yeah, he checked him and trolls need to be checked and this, that, the other. Listen, oh yeah, trolls, me must be checked. Listen, what happened when someone trolled Mike Tyson? He checked them properly, yeah? He checked their nut right the way in for them. That's what checking someone is. Checking someone isn't pulling up and giving them a lecture. In typical Anthony Johnston style, he pulls up and then talks. What? That's your problem, Johnston. You're all woof and no action. My name's Anthony Johnston and I'm 6'6" and I'm gonna talk you till you fall asleep, and that's what happened. I mean, I'm not being funny. Watch the video back, yeah? Watch this video back. If you look carefully at the guy sitting to the left of the screen, you can see him falling asleep. You're thinking, okay, no, this big 6'6" wannabe bodybuilding Nick just talking. They thought you were going to be the way. Again, if you looked at Anthony Johnston, you'd have thought he's about the action, but he just talk. Let's be real now. Yeah? When it came to Andy Ruiz, Mr. Blobby, you talked, didn't do nothing. Mr. Middleweight, Usyk, talked, didn't do nothing. Yeah? And now, University Goobers, talked, didn't do nothing. Yeah? Facts. Simple as that. You didn't do nothing. Just talk some more. Next time. Why next time? Why not now? Since you took it upon yourself to pull up, why not now? That's the question we need to ask people. Why not now? Because you're Hatman and everyone else. You're the man saying he's really hard. Oh yeah, we need to check the university goobers. Well, check them then, innit? Yeah, check them. Talking, what's that going to do? Yeah, and that's why I've never believed in woofing. In the few little confrontations I've had, I've told Tyrone I want to run it with him. You haven't heard me say, oh, Tyrone, I want to pull up and sit there and wag my finger at you. No, I want to run it. Simple as that. Let's run it. I'd have respected more, yeah, if Johnston pulled up and said, listen, let's get a pair of gloves on, let's run it. And guess what? He don't want to do that. Because I'm not being funny, yeah. Right now, anyone, all you have to do, and this is, I'm going to put a message out there. Anyone, yeah, who wants to throw Anthony Johnston, like I said, it's open season. All you got to do, yeah, is put your chin down and whack one on his chin, and his arse will drop out. We've seen it. We've seen it happen. He don't have no balls. He don't have no heart. He's a big, pumped up, useless bodybuilder. And I know, and to be honest with you, I don't even want to say this, but I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I swear to God. And it sounds cheesy, and you know what, I don't even want to say this, but and people roll their eyes, and arguably, maybe you're telling the truth, but I'm telling you now, yeah. I wish Johnston pull up on me like that, yeah. I wish he would. Isn't it? Goobers, what? It's no good pulling up on goobers, yeah? I'll stick one right in your face, you big celebrity cabal zesty. You best believe it. I'll treat Anthony Johnston like the Saudi princes do. I'll put a dump right in his mouth, and that'll be the end of that. It's 100%. That's what will happen. You best believe it. Yeah? So you best keep picking on university goobers. I'll tell you what you don't want. Like I said, I'll do you like some Saudi prince thing. I'll put a dump right on your chest, and that'll be that. You'll say nothing as well. I'll make you sniff it and lick it. 100%. That's what will happen. If you know what I'm saying. It's a shame. Honestly, it's a shame, yeah, that the goobers in the video didn't just have a little bit more noddle, because it would have been hilarious to see someone say, well, I mean, let's run it then. Let's run it, you big celebrity bodybuilder. Because what would he have said then? And that's why I've never rated people who talk. If you got a problem, you should have pulled up and just got it swinging. That's what you should have done. What's the point going there and making a video of it? Oh, my name's Anthony Johnston and I'm really hard and I can't win a fight and I get punched in the mouth by a man half my size and I don't want nothing to do with it, but I can be hard against a university child or university teenager. How embarrassing. Super duper embarrassing. Yeah? Anyway, let's move on to the next part of the quote. So, he talks about breaking jaws. Breaking jaws, come on. Johnston, when was the last jaw you broke? Yeah? When was it? It wasn't against the middleweight. It wasn't against Mr. Blobby. Who else was it? What, against 50-year-old Bumlev? Kubrat Bumlev, come on now. Yeah? You better be careful. Because the way you're going, Johnston, you're going to end up getting arrested. Yeah? For bullying too many OAPs. Listen, Johnston, the only people you can bully are university goobers and OAPs. Old ass dons. That's it. You ain't bullying no one in their prime. That's what you're not doing. Facts. I'm sorry, but the fact that Usyk put it... And that people will sit there and say, YB, you're some little neaky kid, yeah? Whatever, listen. The fact of the matter is, people, whether I'm neaky or not, yeah, the fact Usyk can pull up and put one on Johnston, I'll take my chances based on that. Yeah? Usyk ain't known as a puncher. He's £200. I'm £200. So, you best believe it. I'm taking my chances. Simple as that. I'll put my chin down and I'll wing one over the top and hope for the best. Yeah? Oops. Simple as that. And guess what? Listen. He'll go straight. Listen, Johnston, he ain't got the heart for it anyway. I'll sit on his chest. I'll sit on Johnston's chest, and he'll punch himself out and be gasping, feeling sorry for himself, like he always does when he gets in trouble. Yeah? Anyway, let's get back to this. So he talks about people chasing him, or he talks about chasing people out of the room, and then he says, watch your mouth, because you don't know who you're talking to sometimes. This is that typical... the whole lot of this is that... And that's what I've been saying recently. I hate this hood culture. I hate this whole culture of... I hate this whole implied gangster culture. Watch who you're talking to. You don't know who I am. It's proper cringe, isn't it? It's super cringe. And 9 times out of 10 in life, yeah, people who have to tell you who they are ain't no one. Yeah? Because like I said... There's certain men who get busy. Lead, and from now on, hood dudes out there, lead with the busyness. Don't talk, just get busy. Yeah? Johnson should have pulled up and just started swinging if he really wanted it like that. Why are you turning up lecturing for? We've been heard you lecturing. Your lectures are boring. Proper boring. Put me to sleep. That's the worst thing about it. Listen, the only thing Anthony Johnston's putting to sleep these days is people from his talking. That's it. He ain't putting no one to sleep from his hands. That's what he ain't doing. Okay, no. Anyway, shit. The last thing he says, which is quite hilarious, he says, I'm not into this public eye bullshit. I ain't into all that. Implying that, listen, don't test me, because... Even though you see me in all the ads, even though you see me on Lucasade and Subway, I'm not really about that. I'm about the gritty streets. Listen, Johnston, I did a video the other week, you pushing gambling to your own to Watford. Anthony Johnston was in a video begging people to socialise at William Hill. That's what he was doing. And people often say the opposite of reality. The reality is, you are. Anthony AJ is the definition of a company man. Yeah? And Dillian White exposed this years ago. Dillian White said, AJ, you don't talk like that in real life. Yeah? Why do you act like a... I mean, AJ himself has become the very people in the video, so the middle class, university children, or kids, or teenagers, whatever it is, that's how AJ acts. AJ acts like a middle class, well prepped. You know what I'm saying? So it's hilarious that, oh, I'm not like that. Bro, we've seen you. That's who you are. We've seen you in the ring. You're very well, what's the word? You're very well mannered. You're humble in the ring. You know what I'm saying? That's who you are. Unfortunately, it's the facts. You are everything you think you're not. I know you think you're a hood dude, but you ain't no hood dude. You're a good boy. Simple as that. Anthony Johnson's a good boy. He's a good boy from a good family. Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's nothing more about it. And again, AJ's a company man who loves to pump out advertisements. That's exactly who he is. And that's why it burns him. And that's why he's got to make or trying to try and cloud the narrative that is not, oh, I'm not the man you see in all the advertisements. You ain't? When was that then? So what, apart from this time where you've pulled up on some teenagers, when have you not been this well-kept company man? Let's call a spade here. When have you seen Anthony Johnston not being a company man? When he loses, he says, oh, I don't want to get upset because I've got to carry the brand. Oops, yeah? When he gets punked off by Jerome Miller, same kind of stuff. He the company man 101. That's it. That's the facts. The facts are you're a company man. You love making advertisements, and you got no heart and you got no substance to you. Yeah? All you are is a big cabal advertisements clone. That's all you do. Your only worth on the planet is to generate coin. That's it. You don't generate no value in the sport. Apart from getting moshed by people. I lied. AJ does have value. AJ's value now is for people who have an affinity to watching big bodybuilders get molly-whopped by people half their size. I mean, I can't lie to you, it's quite a niche, to be fair. Throughout history, we brought up on this thing of, well, if you're big and strong, you're going to win. Well, AJ's thrown that on its head. AJ single-handedly has turned around and ruined 1 billion years of natural selection. 1 billion years of natural selection said a big, strong, bulbous Nick is going to be top of the food chain. Now, we've got Tyson Fury, big soft wannabe ass. Bottom line, he's soft. He's belly soft. Yeah? Nonetheless, he's smoking. Like I said, bottom line, what's that man's name? What's the guy who came up with natural selection? Either way, that cat there, yeah, is turning in his grave. Probably even Jesus. Jesus is turning in his grave thinking, damn. Since when did these big buff muscly nicks get folded by dudes half their size? Yeah? Since when? And that's all responsible to AJ, because throughout history, Lennox Lewis handled his business. All the other big dons, Jack Johnson, handled his business. Anthony Johnson, he the only one. Useless. Yeah. Like I said, he ruined 1 billion years of natural selection. Yeah. The first time big buff dudes are good for nothing, physically speaking. Only thing they're good for is to get topped by dons half their size. Yeah? So anyway, at the end of the day, man, bottom line from now on, number 1, Johnston, if he really want it, give it to someone who wants it. How about that? Yeah? And for me, in AJ's next fight, yeah, when you see him not doing nothing, remember this video. Remember all the funny style hood dudes who told you, oh, AJ's really hard. AJ needs to check these. Because for me, before I check any university cat, yeah, I'm gonna check the man in the ring punching me in the mouth. That's just me though, innit? I'm sure all of you weird, funny style AJ fangirls. Oh no, YB, no, AJ's right. He should focus on checking the university goobers and leave the guy in the ring who popped him in the mouth and took all his belts. Yeah? Usyk popped you in the mouth, took all your belts, and you had nothing to say to him. In fact, you was on the ropes, gasping for air. Finished. That's what you had to say. Yeah? The people want to know, where was all the "you don't know who I am" talk? Sounding like, what's that man's name out of Taken? Yeah? Like the main actor out of Taken. Taken main actor wanna be asked. That's what he's sounding like. Yeah? Anthony Johnston on some Taken main actor sounding ass ting. You don't know who I am, and I know where you live, and I will find you. Shut up. Yeah? About you know where you find you. Listen, when Usyk was in front of you, square in front of you, and bopping you in the mouth, you didn't want. Listen, you wish you weren't there. Yeah, that's what you do wish. But I know who you are, and you sleep with one eye open. You've been watching way too many movies. That's what you've been doing. And this sums it up. The only people AJ gonna pull up on will be some university goober. That's it. He ain't pulling up on no one else. That's what he ain't doing. And in my opinion, I hope next time he's in London, yeah, them same dons who caught Amir Khan slipping, I'd love nothing more than AJ to be caught slipping and watch his ass fall out. Yeah, because really, if you're really hood, you should be hood. Yeah? Be hood. But be consistently hood. That's all I'm asking for. I ain't got a problem with... If AJ was really about it, yeah, of course. When Mike Tyson, yeah, slapped the troll, no one likes a troll. I agree with that. But do something. Do something or don't. But don't be sitting there woofing is the point. Ain't no one trying to see no woof. We saw what Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson turned around and got busy. Yeah? Get busy or don't do anything at all. That's that. No doubt about it, 1,000,000%. And this whole thing was a contradiction because he says, I'm not a company man. I'm not a company man, I don't care about advertisements. Well, if that was the case, it begs the question, why didn't you just get stuck in then? I'd have respected AJ more if he came up, smoked the dons up, and then said, listen, I just murked you man up because I don't give a F about the advertisements. But the fact you went there to lecture them and not get physical, that tells you are about, because you was no doubt thinking, oh, but if I get physical here, I'm gonna get dropped by Lucozade. Oh, but I need to promote. I'm a model and I've got to do a Hugo Boss ad tomorrow, so I better. That's what you was doing. Big friendly giant looking ass. Wannabe gangster sounding ass. Anyway. So, people have also said that this video here is proof that AJ is a fake personality. Listen, all this proves is that AJ's confused. He don't know who he is. Yeah, he wants to be, but it's not just him. Today, culture in general, social media culture, it praises people who want to be hood dudes. So it's no shock that the masses are sheeple. The masses don't have no critical thinking ability. So they see so-called ballers on Instagram. And for 90% of people who are sheep, don't have no critical thinking ability, they all just want to be that. And that's AJ for you. I told you, AJ is not smart. He's dumb. Very low IQ. And it shows itself. Even with all the millions it's got, yeah, and all the fame he's got, still, he wants to be... The same as all these rappers. We hear about these rappers still, even though they're millionaires, still doing dumb stuff on the streets. Because they haven't got no real brains. They're sheeple. People with brains would say, listen, if AJ had a brain, he'd say, listen, I'm relatively successful. I need to focus on my rematch. Who cares what this random university guy's saying? I'm about to go in there and smoke Usyk's pack and become champion of the world again and be undefeated. And I'm just about to beat Tyson Fury. And then I'll come back and say to these guys, oops, when I've got the highlight reel KO of Tyson Fury. That's what someone with a brain would say and do. And a pair of balls would do. That would be the real comeback, wouldn't it? Remember the guys it was. Remember the door it was. And send them a big blow-up spread of Tyson Fury laid spark out by your hand. That would be the real play. By someone with a brain and balls. But AJ knows, listen. He knows he ain't got no brain. So he don't even know he don't know. But in theory, he knows he ain't got no brains. So he ain't gonna do no thinking. But most importantly, he knows he ain't got no heart. He ain't got the heart for it. He knows he ain't gonna do nothing to Tyson Fury. And that's what these cats do these days. Yeah? AJ knows there's no way he's gonna change what they're saying. He can't change their perception of things because he knows his food to Tyson Fury. So all he can do is stay at that low level. Oh man, I'm a hood dude and all he can do is try and scare the university goobers. Yeah? He can't do nothing material to change any of it. Because he knows Tyson, he knows what they're saying is right, essentially. He knows he's a bodybuilder. He knows he has no heart. He has no intention of changing. Because if he did, like I said, he would be preparing to smoke Usyk. Not even preparing, he'd know. I'm about to smoke Usyk, and then I'm about to smoke Tyson Fury, and then we'll see what these goofies are saying. That's what he should be doing right now. Instead, the reality is, he's completely shot to bits, and all he's doing is collecting money. Yeah? And rather than being... Because fair play, he could be sitting back now saying, you know what? These guys are right. That's what he should be doing, really. He should be really nodding his head saying, you know what? That man was right. But his low IQ ego couldn't take it. His low IQ ego can't take the reality that he's completely finished, and all he's doing is collecting checks. And if you listen to some of AJ's recent interviews, he says as much. He says, "Oh, you know, even when I lose to Usyk, the Fury fight's still big because it's big money." He's been saying all that kind of stuff. So it's no shock that he had to pull up on these university kids. It's no shock. Got no intention of winning the Fury fight. Which means that everything they say is bang on, and deep down he knows that. That's why he got this... Where do you think this visceral reaction came from? Someone who knows what they're saying is wrong would be laughing right now. And again, when AJ was in his height and people said similar things, he'd be laughing. He'd be laughing it off. Now, he's like, damn, that cut me deep. It's cutting him deep now. You know it's bad. It's almost like when you see someone blowing up on a child. Damn, how are you seeing a person spazzing out on a child? That must cut them deep. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain men are cut deep right now. This cut AJ down to his core. Yeah? But listen, let me finish off with this. I think it's hilarious that AJ's whole brand has been, Green Giant, the big friendly fluffy bluebelly bear, innit? His whole brand's been about, I'm big, but don't worry, I'm useless, and don't worry, I'm really friendly. That's his whole brand. And now he's mad, yeah, that people are taking him at face value. So like I said, Johnston, you can tell people all you want, I'm not the big friendly, fluffy bear, useless bear that I'm advertised as. I am really hard, but it's too late now. All the marketing's been done. Number one, all the marketing's been done, and number two, you've shown in the ring you're harmless. That's why we are where we are. Got no one to blame but yourself. Simple as that. And on that note, I am intrigued actually to see what happens from here. I don't think if AJ had attacked them it would have been different, but I can't wait to see what Eddie Hearn got to say about it. Well, tell a lie, I bet Eddie Hearn's going to go with the narrative of, oh yeah, it's great to check. It's great to check the people who are out of line. But like I've explained, this wasn't one of them ones. This wasn't no check-in. I've seen all the AJ fangirls. Oh yeah, AJ really hard. It's nothing to do with that. Yeah? He's burning right. He's cut deep right now. Do you think this is the first time AJ's been told something about Tyson Fury? He's been getting that for years. This shows you where AJ's mindset is. He's broken right now. He's been buck broken by Amanda YB and all the Saudi princes who stay dumping in his mouth or on his chest. Facts. That's what it is. He's broken right now. Yeah? But like I was saying, I'm intrigued to see what happens from the university. Because really, I don't care who you are. Celebrities or no one else should be pulling up. Students, don't forget people, students are the ones who pay to go there. Yeah? And unfortunately, we live in Britain where it's a free country. You can say what you want. There shouldn't be no celebrities pulling up and implying physical aggression against students who are there to study. Simple as that. Now, I get the whole argument of, well, they shouldn't have stuck their beak out. Listen, like I said, it's free country. You can say what you want. Yeah? You can say what you want. If you don't like it, do something about it. Don't be woofing about it. That's like I said. Yeah? That's what you should have done. If you was that pissed off, you should have gone in there and just got busy. If you was that hood, like you said you was, you'd have gone in there and got busy. If you was that not bothered about being a company man, you'd have gone in there and got busy. Yeah? But let's see anyway. AJ's unravelling. Your man the YB got to take some responsibility for that. But I love it. These are my favourite videos. I love nothing more than seeing Johnson unravel. And you best believe it's because of the main 80% of this is because of the YB. No one else presses Johnston. Yeah? No one else, who else here could put AJ into this mental state where all of a sudden someone calling him a bodybuilder has got him going mad and running up the stairs to go and find some random uni hall. And the worst thing is, in Loughborough, I went to Loughborough University, yeah, and the halls, they're like 50, some of them halls are like 10 floors deep. I think there's even one that's like 30 floors. So AJ literally ran up 30 floors. And the lifts are always broken as well. he ran up 30 floors. It's peak for AJ right now. He's going through it right now. Yeah? And I put throughout this video as well, just quickly, I've included pictures of AJ and his new trainer, Fernando. And it's hilarious that this is what I'm telling you. AJ is saying, oh, you got to watch who you talk to, but this is the same guy who's in the pictures getting hugged by his zesty, on the down low trainer, Fernando. Damn. Yeah? So again, AJ, you got no one to blame but yourself. They see this big zesty bodybuilding model. Is it really a shock that everyone thinks you're sweet? I don't think so. Yeah? The public see you getting mollywopped by someone half your size and then see you getting hugged, getting embraced, taking loads of weird, zesty, down low pictures, sus pictures, and you wondering why random dudes think they can have a go on you as well. Who knows? Yeah? They might have been on... Listen. They might be on some... Fernando... Listen. They might have wanted to be on some ting with you and Fernando. Who knows? Yeah? Don't forget, people, there's a lot of polyamorous ting these days. Who knows? They may have seen the YB's videos, seen that you and Fernando are on the down low and thought, damn, maybe we can have a freeway ting. You just don't know. 100%. But AJ, keep melting down. Keep making A1 content for your man, the YB. Much loved. And like I said before, what you want to do is try it on someone who really want it. And that's how you know someone's weak. That's how you know someone's a bully, yeah? And AJ's been a bully. Because bullies are people who, they know who to try it on and who not to try it on. AJ knew he could pull up on the university kid. But he didn't want to pull up on Ruiz, did he? Did he? He didn't want to pull up on Mr. Blobby. He didn't want to pull up on Mr. Middleweight. He doesn't want to pull up on the YB. Yeah, that's what you don't want. 100%.